Hey friends, welcome back to another plan with me. This week I'm memory planning July 20th to the 26th, and I'm using this kit from the Prairie planner called Vitamin D. Right now I'm putting down the bottom washi, and I do pull in some Simply Gilded Bow Washi that's like a hollow foil, and I know you can totally see the other bottom washi through, but it doesn't really bother me. This kit is very beautiful. It's very outdoor, summery themed kit, and I wish that I was outdoors a lot this summer, but I totally wasn't because of classes, but it's all good. It's fine. I just wanted to use some of my summer kits and pretend that I actually enjoyed my summer, although I didn't, but it's whatever. I'm not mad. This week I decided to plan from the bottom going up, and I've always mentioned this like to myself so many times that I wish I had a planner that had lines to show me where the glitter headers go because I can't trust my judgment with the spacing and stuff. So hopefully next year I can get my hands on an Aura Stell planner with inserts because that was my favorite. I still haven't really gone back to Erin Condren ever since. I don't even remember the last time I went to Erin Condren. Not went, I mean, got an Erin Condren. I have been using Aura Stell. I think I can see. No, I can't see my planners from here, but I've been using that planner for a while, and I'm pretty sure that one's based out of Canada. So with the tariffs happening, I just don't know if I can order from the States anymore. It's too much on the taxes and all that. Anyway, this week was pretty brutal. It was our last day of our first class, and then we transitioned into the second class. So the reason why it was so brutal was because it was so, oh my goodness, I'm just having like flashbacks. But the first class was so intense that we were all still playing catch up when our second class started. We were still like, all of us still had assignments from the first class, and it was so brutal. Like, it was just, we were stressed. Everybody was stressed. Yeah, and then when the second professor came into the classroom, he sensed it on us. Like, he looked around and we all just looked very stressed. And the thing is, he's been doing this for 10 years, and the first instructor, this was her first time instructing a class in the master's level or graduate level. And so he, like the second professor, whatever, he saw that we were like way more stressed than he thought we should be. So he let us actually catch up on our first assignments during his class. He said it was fine. He didn't want us to feel overwhelmed. It was really nice of him. Anyway, getting into the day by day, first thing on Monday I'm marking is that I had class, and I'm using this girl. I don't know where she's from, but I used her all week. But just know that she's very beautiful and cute. I just don't know where she's from. And then to mark that I was so tired, I'm using this Paper Bits Cobear. And then to mark that we had a potluck with our instructor, like the first instructor. I'm using this spoon and fork. And then to mark this dumpster fire, I think this is a munchkin from Once More with Love. I'm just marking that I vented with my classmates. Like, we were so freaking over our class, and just, yeah, it was not a good experience with all the stress and all the papers and everything. All the assignments was just overwhelming. Anyways, then to mark homework, I'm using this computer or laptop from the kit. And then moving on to Tuesday, first thing I'm marking is that I grabbed a Tim Hortons, and I'm using the coffee cup that came with the kit. And then to mark class, I'm using another one of those girls. And then to mark that I went to Dairy Queen with some of my classmates because Dairy Queen just happened to be right next door to where our classes were happening. It was just kind of the easiest thing to do, so we went there. And then to mark the new class that started that afternoon. So yeah, it was really crazy. So we had our first class from 9 to 12, and then the second class started from 1 to 4. So we didn't even have a break or anything, and we were all saying we wish we would have like had Tuesday afternoon off and then just started the new class on Wednesday. It would have made a lot more sense, but it's whatever. Then to mark homework, I'm using a computer monitor from the kit. The new class, I used a pencil from the kit. And then to mark that I went to bed early, I'm using a bed sticker from the kit. Then moving on to Wednesday, first thing I'm marking with this alarm clock is that I was up early, and the alarm clock is from the kit. And then I picked up McDonald's breakfast, and I'm using this breakfast sandwich sticker from Beneva Creations. Then marking class again with that girl that I can't remember where she's from. And then to mark, okay, so I checked into Airbnb. Um, like I mentioned last week, I was actually traveling an hour, a little bit over an hour to my classes every day. So this day I decided, or this week I decided to camp 2 nights in the city just to catch up on assignments. Like basically just to freaking catch up. It was freaking, oh, sorry for saying freaking so much, but it was brutal. So to mark checking into my Airbnb, I'm using this little tag that I think is from, you know what? No, I'm not even guess because I feel like I'm going to get it wrong. Then I went to pick up some groceries and I'm using that shopping bag from the kit. And then just to mark that I was working on papers until 2 a.m., I'm using this either Munchkin or Emoji. I'm not quite sure. Then moving on to Tuesday, first thing I'm marking is that I was really tired because obviously I stayed up till 2 a.m. I'm using another bear from Paper Bits Co. And then to mark, oh yeah, right. So our new instructor wanted us to go, like he set us up in groups and he wanted us to go have breakfast with our groups. I think he just wanted us to decompress from the first crap show that happened. So using this breakfast date that I went on with one of my classmates, she picked the restaurant and it was actually pretty good. And I'm using that breakfast date sticker from Fox and Cactus. And then we went to class in the afternoon. I'm using that girl again. And then I was working on one of my papers. I'm using a pencil sticker from, can't remember. Anyway, marking that I went for dinner with my cousin. We went to this new taco place in the city. I'm using that emoji from Once More with Love. And then to mark that I was just YouTube binging, I'm using this play button from the Prairie Planner. And then I did go back to my Airbnb and work on papers more, but I didn't mark that part in because I just felt like I was marking that all week long. Then on to Friday, first thing I'm marking is that I had a really good sleep, and I'm using this eye mask sticker from a leftover sticker shop that I don't remember. Then I'm marking class with this girl again, and then I'm marking with this Paper Bits Co-Bear that I finished a major assignment from the last class, and I was super pumped about it. And then with the house sticker from the kit marking that I went home. And then with this, okay, so this is kind of silly, but I'm using this. It's really dark. Like I don't know what's going on right now, but with this sticker, I'm marking that I had a quick visit with my dad. Not my grandpa, but my dad. He is the grandpa. I have nieces and nephews, but I didn't really have any other stickers to mark that. It was just me and my dad. And then marking that I played games, I'm using that controller sticker from Paper Bits Co. Then moving on to Saturday, first thing I'm marking with this coffee cup from the Prairie Planner is that I had Tim Hortons. Then I doom scrolled for the first time in a very long time, actually. So I'm using the phone sticker that came with the kit. Then I worked on homework, so I'm using a computer monitor from the Prairie Planner. And then to mark that I played games, I'm using this little controller from 3 Years Apart. To mark that, I went to get McDonald's because I was just craving really bad food from all the stress. Not good, by the way, not good. Using this emoji sticker from Once More with Love. Nope, Coffee Monsters Co. I keep getting those mixed up. And then just to mark that I had cuddles with my husband, I'm using these bunnies from Papershire. And then I worked on more homework again, so I'm using this bear from Paper Bits Co. And then finally, moving on to Sunday, first thing I'm marking with is Stick with the Plan Co. Girl. I'm marking that I made coffee at home. Like, that was very rare for me. I barely ever do that anymore. I mean, lately I have been, but during this time, I was just like, no, I deserve a coffee. I'm working so hard. And then I worked on homework, so I'm using another bear from Paper Bits Co. And then I went to bingo with my aunt, so I'm using the nail polish sticker from the kit. And then me and my husband did a podcast for one of my assignments he helped me with, and I got a pretty good mark on it. So it was pretty fun to do, actually. Once we got it rolling, at first it was kind of awkward and weird, but so I'm using that from the Coffee Monsters Co. And the last thing I'm marking is that I went to get a matcha from Starbucks. And yeah, I don't know why it's so dark. I feel bad. Sorry about that. It's just really super dark. I think it's because of the time of day that I've been filming, but Anyway, thank you so much for stopping by. Sorry for this really weird zoom out, but hope you have a great week. Thanks. Bye.